beginning. I should have known better than to compliment a Xenthari Queen. Humans had only recently entered diplomatic relations with the Xenthar, towering, bioluminescent humanoids whose bodies shimmered like drifting coral and whose queens possessed psychic resonance powerful enough to calm entire cities. But I wasn't a diplomat. I was just the guy hired to fix the malfunctioning Terran Xenthari translation array aboard their capital starship. A glorified mechanic with clearance accidentally higher than my paycheck justified, which is how I ended up standing inside the Hall of Resonance, a chamber so enormous it could have swallowed a Terran cathedral whole. The walls looked like woven silver vines, pulsing gently with energy. The air tasted sweet, charged, alive. And in the center of the chamber stood Her Majesty Queen Seralith Vora, ruler of 12 star clusters, voice of the tide, empress of the luminous crown. Even with my limited understanding of their culture, I could tell she was magnificent. Her skin shimmered in gradients of sapphire and rose gold, glowing softly with internal light. Her hair, if it could be called that, flowed behind her in long strands of luminescent fiber, drifting in the air like they were underwater. She was easily 8 feet tall, graceful and intimidating all at once. She turned toward me, her eyes like molten silver. "You are the Terran technician," she said. Her voice carried an echo, like multiple voices layered in perfect harmony. "Yes, Your Majesty," I said, standing as straight as a person surrounded by floating alien nobles could manage. She studied me with an unreadable expression. "You have come to repair the translator route." "Yes. It's been sending mistranslated messages from your council to the Terran Alliance. I'm here to recalibrate the neural lattice." She nodded slowly. "Proceed." I walked toward the central pillar where the array was embedded, but I couldn't stop my eyes from drifting back to her. She was breathtaking. I wasn't sure humans were supposed to be able to perceive that much beauty without some kind of retinal damage. Maybe that's why I said it. Maybe I was overwhelmed. Maybe I was just stupid. But I did it. I spoke. "Your Majesty," I said softly, "your luminescence is stunning." Every Xenthari noble froze. Every floating strand of energy in the room paused mid-flow. Even time seemed to stop. Queen Seralith turned fully toward me, her glowing eyes widening slightly. "My luminescence," she repeated. My brain screamed, "Shut up," but my mouth kept going. "I just mean you look incredible, radiant, beautiful." There. Dead. I was dead. The nobles murmured in sharp clicks of their native tongue, shocked, scandalized, some even offended. Complimenting a queen's luminescence was nearly a marriage proposal in most Xenthari provinces. As a Terran technician, I had no right. Queen Seralith stepped closer. Her bioluminescent aura brightened until the chamber dimmed around her. "This is a compliment among your people?" she asked. "Yes," I croaked. "A big one." Her expression shifted. Curiosity, amusement, and something deeper. She lowered her voice, her echo softening. "Tell me, Terran," she said, "would you like to see it up close?" My heart nearly stopped beating. The nobles gasped, and the queen waited for my answer. "Middle. See it." I stammered. "Up close." Queen Seralith extended her hand, long, graceful, shining faintly with shimmering gold warmth. "Yes," she said. "Few outside my lineage have ever beheld the luminous crown at close range." "You spoke boldly. Now I wish to see the truth behind your words." I swallowed hard. A Xenthari general stepped forward, bowing sharply. "Your Majesty, this is against protocol. The Terran is unvetted and bonded, and..." Her eyes flashed. "I am aware of the protocols, but I am also aware of my own decisions." The general backed away instantly. Her gaze returned to me. Intense. Curious. magnetic. Come, she said. My legs moved before my brain approved. I stepped closer, feeling her radiant energy wash over me like warm sunlight mixed with electric current. The closer I got, the harder it became to think. My skin tingled. My breath quickened. My heart pounded. Humans weren't meant to stand this close to a Xenthari Queen. At 3 feet away, her beauty was blinding. Her luminescence pulsed in gentle waves, shifting colors like an aurora made of living energy. Now, she said softly, look. Her aura intensified, swirling around her like drifting stardust. The glow moved with her breathing, revealing intricate patterns beneath her skin, lattices of light like galaxy maps. I whispered. Unbelievable. Her lips curved into something like a smile. You speak truth. That is rare. I exhaled shakily. I just said what I saw. And what do you see now? I swallowed. Majesty, you're the most stunning being I've ever witnessed. A soft hum filled the air. The Queen's aura brightened and then dimmed, folding inward like a calm tide. You are brave, she said. Or foolish. I get that a lot, I admitted. She laughed softly, a sound like bells underwater. Then everything went wrong. The chamber doors exploded inward. Alarms blared. A shockwave of cold air hit us as armored intruders poured in, dark, metallic figures with jagged masks. The Skorne, a race known for raiding Xenthari ships, stealing their energy technology, and assassinating their royalty. Blasters fired instantly. The Queen raised a shield of radiant light around herself and me. The projectiles melted against it. The nobles screamed and ran. The guards rushed to intercept. But the Skorne had planned this well. A blast rocked the hall, sending debris everywhere. The Queen looked down at me. Terran, stay close. I'm trying, I choked. She placed a glowing hand on my chest, and suddenly, my entire body surged with heat. What did you do? I shared part of my resonance with you, she said. You will need it. Need it for double. A Skorne assassin descended from above, blades aimed for her throat. I moved before I could think. I tackled the assassin midair. We hit the ground hard. His blade slashed my arm, burning like ice. But I fought, shoving, kicking, grabbing whatever I could. The Queen's resonance pulsed through my limbs, making me faster, stronger. The assassin hissed in surprise. Humans weren't supposed to fight like this. I drove my elbow into his visor, cracking it. He staggered back. Before he could recover, a beam of radiant light struck him, dissolving him into dust. The Queen stood behind me, one hand raised, still glowing. You protected me, she said softly. You asked me to stay close, I panted. That's what I'm doing. Her eyes held something new, respect and something warmer. Then we must leave this hall, she said. Now. We ran. The flight through the ship corridors flickered with failing power. Xenthari civilians rushed into shelter pods as Skorne raiders fought guards in every hallway. The Queen led me through a side passage. You share my resonance now, she said. Stay near me or it will destabilize your nervous system. Oh, good, I muttered. I wasn't using that anyway. Another explosion rocked the corridor. A support beam collapsed. I shoved the Queen out of the way and threw myself under the falling debris. It crushed my shoulder and leg. Agonizing pain exploded through me. But the Queen's resonance kept my bones from shattering entirely. She turned, eyes wide. You foolish Terran. You could have died. I figured that out. I groaned. She waved her hand. A wave of light dissolved the debris instantly. She knelt beside me, placing a glowing hand over my chest. Warmth flooded me. Pain receded. My bones realigned. Healing. Real healing. We must hurry, she said, pulling me up gently. We reached the core bridge, but it was overrun. Skorne elites surrounded the energy nexus, siphoning power. The queen stepped forward. If they drain the nexus, she said, the ship will overload. I must stop them. You won't make it alone. She turned to me. Then you will go with me. I blinked. Wait me? I'm just a technician. Not anymore, she said. You carry my resonance. That makes you my guardian. Guardian? I didn't sign. There is no time, she snapped. She charged her hands with raw cosmic energy. I followed her, because apparently that's what guardians do. The final battle, we hit the Nexus chamber like a hurricane. Light versus shadow. Energy versus void. I fought with strength that didn't belong to me, dodging Skorne blades, striking with resonance-charged fists, tearing through armor. The queen moved like a living star, unleashing brilliant arcs of light that reduced enemies to ash. One Skorne elite seized my throat, lifting me. You should not carry her light, he hissed. It will devour you. I spat blood in his visor. Get in line. A beam of radiant energy pierced him from behind. The queen stood with eyes blazing. No one harms my guardian. Her voice carried the force of a supernova. The remaining Skorne fell within seconds. Finally, silence. The queen placed her hands on the nexus, stabilizing it with a burst of shimmering energy. Then she turned to me slowly, studying me with a gaze that felt like it touched my soul. You risked everything, she said quietly. For me. You risked everything for your people, I replied. I was just helping. She stepped closer. You misunderstand, Terran. You could have fled. You could have died. Instead, you stood at my side. Her aura dimmed, softened, warmed. You complemented my luminescence, she said. No one has done that in many cycles. I blushed. Maybe others were just scared. Are you scared? She asked. Terrified. I admitted. Her silvery eyes softened. And yet you stayed. Ending the ship stabilized. The remaining Skorne fled. Xenthari forces secured the halls. A quiet calm settled over the ship. Queen Seralith approached me again, close enough that her aura warmed my skin. Terran, she said softly, your bravery has earned you a place of honor. I just did what anyone would. No, she interrupted gently. Many would have run. You did not. Her hand reached toward my cheek, hovering, not touching. In my culture, she said, sharing one's resonance is a sign of deep trust. And inviting someone to see our luminescence up close, her voice lowered, is reserved for someone we wish to know. I swallowed. Know intimately? Her eyes shimmered. Do you wish to see more of it? She whispered. I felt the heat rise to my face. Why, yes. I mean, if you want me to. She gave a slow, radiant smile. Good. Then your guardianship continues. My what? You protected me, she said. Your life is now bound to mine, until I release you. That sounds like a lot. It is, she said. But you are worthy. Her hand finally touched my cheek. Warm, glowing, gentle. The contact sent a wave of light through me, filling me with warmth and a connection I couldn't describe. She leaned closer, her voice a soft melody. I complimented you in return, Terran, she whispered. And now I ask you again. Her eyes locked onto mine. Do you want to see it up close? In her glow, with the galaxy safe behind us and her resonance pulsing through my veins, I answered honestly. Yes. She smiled, soft, luminous, breathtaking. Then come with me, she said. There is much more to show you. And as I followed the queen through the glowing corridors of her starship, I knew my life had changed forever. Not because I was chosen, but because I chose to stay.